mindfulness. So I don't dare to put the screen on anymore more. So sorry, Lablu, I will just talk about you that way. So Lablu, he's a therapist. You are a Buddhist monk from Theravada studies. That's right.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Lablu Barua, he's a spiritual teacher and a mindfulness mediation expert, and as this he has come to join us today. But he also pursues BBA and MBA degrees and now a PhD degree at the university in Thailand, the Buddhist university. I don't dare to say the name; it's too long. Okay, the university. And you're also an ambassador of Institute for Economics and Peace. And you have been working with different organizations to promote inner and outer peace. And in this capacity as a Buddhist leader, you have visited different countries and you have promoted interreligious and intercultural dialogue. So you are also an author of numerous articles, and you are especially now promoting interfaith dialogue, such as Hindu-Buddhist or Buddhist-Muslim dialogue. And you are switching between Thailand and Bangladesh. Right now you are in Bangladesh, yes. And yes, and I would just like to invite you now just to continue after Helen's speech to talk a little bit more about this method of mindfulness, which can be one of the methods how we can work within ourselves and how we can focus. Thank you very much, Lablu.
So good afternoon from Bangladesh, and my blissful regard to Karin, Helen, Professor Jones, and all facilitators, and greetings to all participants in here. I'm going to talk about how mindfulness can contribute to peace and the futures. I think that we are listening every day mindfulness in our daily life. So mindfulness, because it's used as a desk in a religious institute, school, college, university, and in many government and private organizations. So what is mindfulness to you? That is my questions. When I talk mindfulness, I might use some ancient Buddhist philosophical words, as I am a Theravada Buddhist monk, and my more research on the Theravada Buddhist perspective of mindfulness. And also mindfulness start during the Buddha's times is 2,560 years ago and until today. So for me, mindfulness is like a completely engaged in a present moment, each moment with the awakened mind. And in our lives and paying attention one things as it is arising. Like our Buddha said, yatha bhuta. That means whatever is arising, see it exactly, accurately, and rightly. So if you see some things very rightly and clearly, moment to moment, then there is no doubt, which is in our Buddhist philosophical word called vichikitsa, that means doubtful, no doubtful. If you have doubt, some things about and real, you cannot realize the reality, and you feel fear, worry, and many also mental problems. According to Buddhist philosophy, if we have a doubtness and we can develop ourselves, which is called the unwholesome or unskillful road, is a greedy, hatred, and delusions. And those of the things mostly affect in our life to the inner quality, and is make effect to make our balanced life or to give in some forgiveness to others. So most important, we have to control our three things, which is called the akusala mula, or unwholesome activity, or unskilled activity, hatred, delusions, and greed. Because this is like as in our killer, silent killer of poisons for the mind. So mindfulness we have to do in all the times. Like I said, when you're taking our technique, we use mostly anapanasriti, that means breath in and breath out. And I tell you that we have to think that how breath in comes, how breath in out, because this is related to our oxygen. We are taking oxygen and we are going to out our carbon dioxide, which is not good for also for the environment, too much carbon. But oxygens, without oxygens, we cannot live as our life. So we must have to be all the times when you take a practice meditations, and you have to practice with our process we call the satipatthana, that means breath in and breath out. So why we practice these kinds of meditations or mindfulness meditation, and why it is important? Because this is very important, and this is very simple way to develop our inner quality, our personal inner quality. That's why in our Buddha said, know yourself, tumme janata, it is Pali called. That means we must have to know first ourselves, and we have to develop positive mind and positive change and positive energy. If we have a positive mind and positive energy, then we can change to the family, from the individual to family, and family to our community, and community to going to the street. So it is very important, and mindfulness is generating also developing the peace, positive peace, because mindfulness which we are doing, it is like as a systematic, because it is like an art. You have to sit in one place every day, maybe 1 hour, maybe half an hour, maybe 10 minutes. It depends on you, but you must have to practice every day, because mind always sometimes come all the times. The emotions, many kinds of emotions come in your minds, but you have to make balance all of the things with your mind. So that's why I said that this is like as an art of life. You have to adjust with your life from the morning's time, maybe half an hour, evening times, maybe half an hour, and then it is like a systematic. You have to sit. After the sessions, maybe I'll be tell you how can practice these kinds of mindfulness according to the anapanasriti, or mindfulness of breathings. And this one changes our inside, our behaviors, and also this behavior we can change from if we are big individually, behavior can change, good behavior we can accept, then we can follow is the many institute, and the institute is going like a structurally. So therefore I describe mindfulness is like an art, and it's like a way of life to live in a presence, moment to moments. And it can reduce from our hatred, delusions, and because we can observe our minds moment to moments by breath ins and breath outs. So this is what the technique we are, and is make you also awareness yourself, because when you practice breath ins and breath outs, all the times you feel that you have a breath. So that's why you live in this world. If you don't have a breath, how can you live? That means you are a die. If you die, there is nothing. So why you feel greedy? Why you feel hatred to other? Why you feel delusions to do find something more and you can then make forgiveness, and you can develop your quality, more compassion, loving kindness in your side. So this is the we are following, and also is tell you this our realize the situations, because when we sit understanding ourselves and we any particular things or any whatever arise, we can think and we can positively think and we can positively understanding and correctly understanding, and then we can understand what the behind the reasons for this. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, because I cannot find any voice, that's why I'm asking. So, and another things, like I said, for the why I'm telling this, why is need for the futures, because we have to mastering for the presence. If we live in a presence with the happily and with the positively and with the ours controlling our non-hate, and we can non-delusions and non-violence quality can develop, it will develop our sight, and it can also can give the good actions to others. Like as nowadays, most of people are suffering from the COVID-19. I think this is like a night dreams. Like today, I just got one of my cousins died. It's reality. We have to accept, because you don't have a breathings, that's why he died. And you know, at this moment, I just got the news yesterday from the World Health Organization's director said that most of the people at this moment die from the lack of oxygen, and if we don't have a lack of oxygen and they fail, some organ fail. So this is the things what is happening. So this is have to understanding ourselves, and what is going when this crisis come, and many of multiple problem is coming because of some people losing their job, some people have social problems because they are living in one places which is called isolated or quarantined, or they are the social distance, physical distance. Even today, some of my relatives die, but we cannot go there because of there are some of the rules and regulations, and it makes us stress and feel unhappy. But when we feel that this is the reality, I have to accept, because of I have to live for myself. This is my breathings. If I lose my breathings, so how can I help others? So you have to think about yourself. So that's why one of the Buddhist philosophy tell what we are telling this, by practicing right mindfulness, because mindfulness, not many kinds of mindfulness now at this moment, the teachings, but we are telling this right mindfulness. Right mindfulness means you have to purify your bodily and verbal and mental actions, and it properly manage your actions to make best use and value of life, and it will reduce the social conflict, and it will reduce the mental conflict, and it will reduce the others problems, individuals and also societal problems. Because when you do the Anapanasriti, then you can realize everything, and you can make your life as a middle, we call the Majjhima Patipada. That means the middle way of life or moderate of life. Whatever you need at this moment, you have to accept it, and you have to be happy with it, as like you are happy with your breathings. If you don't have a breathings, you cannot live. That means whatever you need as the most essentials, if you have that things, then you can to the happy to other things, and you will be happy with the small things, and it's developing your inner quality such as a patience, tolerance, sympathy. Because when you're feeling as a meditation of the mindfulness as a breathings, then you also got some of the physical symptoms like a pain in your shoulders, and got also pain in your backbones, and also got pain, and some symptom will be occurs, but you cannot do this, you cannot think that of things, because if you think, you cannot concentrate your minds, which is breathings coming and going. So that's why, excuse me?
Can I just ask you now to come to your end, because we will be running out of time and we would still would like to have the discussion groups. Is that possible?
Yes, so that means we must have to be practice mindfulness, my conclusions, and if we have a 2 or 3 minutes, and I'll be show you how we have to do this kinds of mindfulness meditations. If you have a 2 or 3 minutes, can you have a 2 to 3 minutes?
Well, we've already lost about 10 minutes, so maybe we can just leave it like this, and maybe you can do it in your group. Would that be possible?
Yeah. So my advice at this moment, okay, so if you don't have a time, so my advice for the protect the futures, you have to think present moments, and you have to be satisfied, accept what is going on, everything. You will be willing as like you accepting your breathings, so at like you accept whatever going, and you live with the present moment, and then will be future will be good. So thank you very much everyone to listen with me and stay with me.
Thank you so much, Lavlu. Okay, thank you. And maybe there will be another opportunity now even to show that exercise in the smaller break-up group. So I think it's still important that we all get now an opportunity to discuss among us. And as we are 27 participants for the moment, this doesn't seem to be too difficult to split up into small groups and then to have some more discussion. And I can just give you some very general guiding questions, because we try to find out during the whole conference today what lessons learned we can take back home and how we can use them for the future and for our future peace work. So I think you can also turn your discussion around these questions, and I will try to paste now into the chat, I hope it will work, some guiding questions. I think most groups will have a facilitator who is already assigned. If you don't have a facilitator, maybe just you find a volunteer among yourselves by self-organizing yourself, somebody who's got some experience just to do that kind of online facilitation. And yes, I hope you will get it on your chat. But just maybe I can give you now 15 minutes, and maybe we just go a little bit longer, because we have a break after that of 15 minutes. So whoever wants to leave before, it's okay. But please, I would be glad if you all keep to it now.